Making news this week, marriage equality rally kicked off in Australia.
Aboriginals gathered to raise awareness about domestic violence.
Coburn Mayor vowed to continue the campaign to protect his city.
Plus, a dog lover takes it to the extreme by raising 40 dogs in her rental home.
This is the Evening News with Ivan Leung and Danielle Staniskov.
Good evening. First this week, hundreds of people marched in the streets of Perth demanding marriage equality. The rally is part of the national parade in Australia in support of the ACT's marriage equality bill.
Approximately 200 people took to the streets of Perth CBD, demanding Prime Minister Tony Abbott drop the High Court challenge against the ACT's marriage equality bill. The rally was also held in other state capitals, including Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane.
I'm always happy to see people come out, and I think it's really great to be able to give people an avenue to be able to come and participate in the campaign for marriage equality. It's great to see people bring their own placards and things like that.
WA Greens State MLC Lynn McLaren also attended the rally with her partner. She said state laws also deal with marriage and accused Mr Abbott of wasting taxpayers' money on the High Court challenge against the ACT.
I just can't understand why they're wasting federal money challenging something that most Australians want. It's a reform that many other countries have already embraced, and it's time that Australia did it.
Related issues, including discrimination against transsexuals, were also mentioned in the rally. Josef Barker, WAMN News.
A small gathering was held at the Dumbarton Aboriginal Corporation, hoping to raise awareness about domestic violence towards women. Other grassroots issues, including suicide and substance abuse, was also highlighted.
Today is a gathering that we've just called all community members, grassroots people, to Dumbarton here to acknowledge and pay respect and honour to all the women who have lost their lives to domestic violence. Suicide is another big issue in our community, which is another form of violence. We see in our community on so many different levels old people being attacked by younger people due to substance abuse. There's many undiagnosed mental health issues out there in the communities, which is also the effects of violence that has happened throughout people's lives. So all of this really does stem from the invasion and the displacement of our people.
Local Government Minister Tony Simpson said in Parliament that the City Council shouldn't be using ratepayers' money to campaign against the local government reform. But the Coburn Mayor Leung Danielle vows to put up a fight.
This week, Local Government Minister Tony Simpson expressed his opinion that ratepayers' money should not be used to campaign against the reform.
And Mr Speaker, it concerns me very much the fact we're going down this road of talking about the community losing their library, their community centre, the RSL and what resources they're going to lose from their community. And in fact, it's a blatant lie.
But the Coburn City Mayor Logan Howlett defended their move to start the Hands Off Coburn campaign, stating the community wasn't consulted about the new boundaries.
My message, very clear message to the Minister is, if he wants to go around drawing lines on maps without consulting with Coburn, then he's got a fight on his hands.
Meanwhile, Fremantle, Melville and Kwinana responded to Coburn's campaign this week with a joint media statement saying nothing will change. Fremantle Mayor Brad Petit said the Fremantle Forever campaign is just a public education on new boundaries.
We didn't make promises about or make claims about loss of services or anything in that regard. So I think they have been different. And in fact, to be honest with you, we didn't spend a huge amount of money on that campaign. It was a campaign that was driven largely by volunteers in the community, and it was a great campaign because of that.
City councils and the public can still submit their opinions to the Local Government Advisory Board. Martin Wilson, WAMN News.
WA Commerce Minister Michael Mistian announced extra trading hours in Perth leading up to Christmas. Perth shoppers will be able to enjoy longer shopping hours between 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on December 8th, 15th, 22nd and Boxing Day. The Minister said he is happy to support this initiative, which will give Perth shoppers more time to buy gifts and find bargains for their loved ones. He also said the government is committed to give Perth retailers a good start for the new year by getting more sales this Christmas.
To news in Asia, Hong Kong's leading free-to-air broadcaster TVB's 46th anniversary celebration was overshadowed by the TV licensing saga. A group of internet users have protested near the TVB's headquarters in the evening, showing their discontent towards the station.
The participants of the wandering event were well prepared. They prepared funeral-related objects in advance to decorate the surroundings of TVB City. White balloons, banners with funeral-related poetries have filled around the places. Different props alluding the mascot of TVB, the TVB Buddy, was also seen. The protesters shouted slogans condemning the government for ignoring the demand for good quality TV shows and demanded an end to the monopolization of the TV industry. The average viewpoint recorded last night was 29, 5 points lower than last year's. TVB said the figure had taken online and mobile viewings into account. Shibs, WAMN News.
A lady in Chile was forced out of her rental home after the landlord discovered that she was raising 40 dogs inside the house. The neighbours are now complaining about the noise and odours as she and her pets have nowhere else to go. WAMN Chile correspondent Ramir Perez has the special report.
Maria Garcia worked several years from the French embassy in Chile. Now she lives in streets since 2 months ago after she was evicted from the land where she lives renting a house. Now she lives with 40 dogs at street.
Hace falta 4,5 millones para poder comprar quien me limpie y no los tengo. He buscado por todos los medios. He recurrido al señor Farcas, por ahí le escribieron también nada, no hay respuesta. A políticos nada.
Neighbors claim for noise and odors.
Todo. Nosotros estamos viviendo un pésimo con ella. Horrible. Ahí casi delante hubo una muerte, quizás cualquier cosa. Pues ella es la víctima, ¿sabe, señora? No me toque. Esta mujer nos tiene hasta aquí ya. Ya llevamos 2 meses con ella en la calle. Yo voy a hacer una queja formal. Hemos hecho todo. Si por eso estamos aburridos con esto.
Ruego, insisto, suplico, imploro ayuda para un terreno, o el dinero, o un terreno, lo que buenamente pueda alguien de buen corazón para salir de este drama y poder ayudarlos y poder hacer este proyecto que tenemos, que esta gente estamos...
For WAMN News, Brian Ramírez, Santiago de Chile.
And finally, tonight, the Community Bank Initiative kicked off in Coburn with Mayor Logan Howlett launching the petition pledged. The proposal branch of Bendigo Bank will aim to support the community by employing locally and sharing the revenue by investing in community projects with grants and sponsorships.
I think it's a great opportunity. It provides diversity. People are looking at other options to do with their finances, and what better way to make an investment in their future and their family's future is through a community bank.
The good thing about the community bank is that the decisions on which community groups we support are done by the community people that end up on the board.
A free sausage sizzle was also held at the same spot by the Friends of Community. The campaign will visit different neighbourhoods in Coburn in order to gain support from local residents. And that's how Perth looks this week. More news on our website, Facebook and Twitter.
We'll see you right here next week. Have a great evening.
Good night.